morning, guys. Apologies, I'm not in class. I'm actually on paternity leave, new baby, so I'm not around for the next 2 weeks, which for us means 6 classes. So obviously we can't let 2 weeks go by without making any progress, even though we are nearly pretty much halfway through the course, which is fabulous, and we still have plenty of time left this year. But even though, we may as well keep going. I don't think we need to go back and revise stuff at this point. So as you might remember, we've done quite a bit on a topic called rates of reactions, right? And the last thing we did was making oxygen gas. So remember, we dripped the hydrogen peroxide onto the manganese oxide, and we measured the rate of production of hydrogen gas, and you made a graph out of it, and you measured the average rate and the instantaneous rate, and so on and so forth. So there's only a small bit left to do to get us over the line with this topic. Notes wise, we were down around here. We were looking at stuff that catalytic converters, and we spoke about how they get whipped out of cars and so on, and what they do to turn really bad gases into gases that aren't that bad, and how you break a catalyst, very similar like in biology with an inhibitor, something that breaks a catalyst. And what I want you to do basically is finish these notes. I'll show you where they are in a second, and there's only a small bit left. So just to finish off the notes, you have things like how you make a reaction happen. So you need enough energy, and you remember these from junior cycle. They're the same in leave insert. You have your endothermic and your exothermic, and draw out those two graphs properly. If the right side's lower, it's exo. If the right side's higher, it's endo. And this thing here about activation energy and how a catalyst affects that. And the notes will go through that. I'll show you what that is in a second. And you'll see there that we've kind of, we've done the rate of production of oxygen. And in these last 2 experiments are the same experiment. This is the one I was telling you about, where you draw the cross and you do the reaction, and the cross slowly disappears. So we will do that when I come back. So our plan then is, all you have to do is finish those last couple of slides. And if there's a couple of ways of doing this. The best way to do it is this website here called the Conical Flask, theconicalflask.ie. And up here, go to chemistry and go right down to rates of reactions. This is a fabulous website. I probably showed you before, but it has a video lesson you can watch. It has, if it loads, it has, and the slides are here. The slides are in here. So if you click into that, it will bring you into the slides. Find the catalytic poison one and just use take down the rest of them into your own notes. Now, if you want to do a bit more to kind of cement this and get this topic under the belt, if you go back into your Schoology, so here's our 5th year Schoology, this is the rates of reaction folder. Yeah, obviously, you have your higher level summary, like we have so a summary of the topic for all topics in the course. You can go in and have a look at that. And then what I'd like you to do is go down here to the higher level rates exam questions. So these are off the higher level paper, and do as many of those as you can between Monday and Tuesday. And what we'll do then is on Thursday I will give you the solutions to those questions, and that'll be that. The only one you won't be able to do is if you see a question, anything about sulfur or anything about drawing a cross. That's the second experiment that you won't be able to do yet, but I will do that with you when I come back. So that's your work for Monday and Tuesday. Take down the rest of the notes, go over the summary, and maybe if you get your highlighter, and highlight the keywords so that you're remembering the definitions and the different things that affect rate, and the hydrogen peroxide manganese oxide experiment, and drawing the graph and finding the average rate and finding the instantaneous rate. And you'll see that when you go into the higher level exam questions, everything in here will be the answers to those will be in the notes that you have taken down if it ever loads. And there's in here you have experiment type ones, and you have theory based questions. So this is asked in question number 3 as the random experiment question, and there you go. I was telling you about endothermic and exothermic. That's from 2023. or it can be asked in question 10 or question 11. None of those ones where you have to do A, B, A, C, or B, C. So that should keep you going for a couple of days. There's plenty of questions in there. So number 1, take down the rest of the notes. Number 2, make your study notes, go through, highlight the keywords. And number 3, try the higher level rates exam questions. And I will give you the solutions to them later on in the week, probably on Thursday. We will do the last experiment this day, 2 weeks before we move on. And keep in the back of your mind that next week, on Tuesday, I'm going to send in a test for you, as we agreed, on fuels and heats of reactions. So it'll be 2 questions. There'll be 2 higher level question 6 from past Leaving Cert questions based on fuels and heats of reactions. And I'll try and get that corrected and sent back to you by the Thursday. Okay, guys, have a great week. Apologies, I'm not there. I'm a bit tied up, but it won't matter as long as you are working away in the background doing the same thing that we will be doing in class anyway. Okay, mind yourselves. Have a great week.